Welcome back to part 2 of my top 20 anime intros. Kicking off part 2 was the intro to Higurashi. In the original compilation of this list, it was left off for the same reasons as Mirai Nikki, and then put back on for the same reasons again. This intro is actually kinda creepy. It's in a similar vein to Mirai Nikki, but where Mirai Nikki went for scary being a survival horror, Higurashi went for psychological horror. The lyrics tell you all you need to know about this show, and though it doesn't have much of any action, just look at how high up this intro is on anyone else's countdowns. Unsurprisingly, rather high. Number 9, the first intro of Toradora. Before anyone says anything, I did consider the second intro first. Personally, I like the second intro more, but I feel the first intro shows off the characters and their personalities better, and it was the first intro that made me watch this series, the second inspiring me to finish it. I don't really have that much to say about this one, but I will say this. Probably the biggest reason for it being so high is that the characters practically embody my friends from high school, and I'm almost always going to like something more when I relate to it. Fast-paced, dark and edgy is The World from Death Note. The intro reflects on the dark content of its series with dark blues, sickly yellows, stark whites, contrasting blacks, and red. The intro includes what is easily recognized as a parody of the creation of Adam. The lyrics, they pretty much sum up all you need to know about Light's plan at its most ultimately condensed. On the subject of Light, how pretentious can you get? Look at this picture, as if that didn't scream, I'm God. The only big gripe I have with this, though, is they show you L's face. In 7th place is the intro of Angel Beats. The main attraction for this intro is indeed its music, rather than my other two criteria. As the series progresses, you will notice some of the characters in its intro change. This is the intro to the first episode, so there are at least 2 characters you meet later who aren't in the intro yet, and if you watch carefully, the rapid fire scenes actually show you parts of the episode. I know it isn't the most action-packed intro, but hey, I guess I'm just a sucker for piano. Number 6, Stone Cold, the first intro from Sacred 7. You can't take your protagonist seriously on that little thing. I mean, the guy's like half a foot taller than I am, and I rode a larger bike in primary school. Something I've been noticing recently is the amount of intros that mix English and Japanese lyrics together. They make for an interesting song. And speaking of interesting, I can't help but notice the colour scheme in this intro, how the good guys are all in lighter colours like Ruri and Faye, with the more morally ambiguous having darker colours. Also, the lyrics give little hints about certain characters if you know what to look for, meaning that bit about holding heat inside means the guy on the tower is not the bad guy. I've always been a fan of intros that include easy to listen to melodies, and this intro doesn't disappoint. I'd like to continue showing you my favourite part for just a little longer, but I should probably wrap up about here. I like this intro, it's great, it has an interesting blend of Japanese and English, and it was well sung. What more do you want? Heart racing yet? Number 5 is Forever from Elemental Gelade. Fast, yet classical. Plenty of action to be found, but mainly it's the music here that gets me. Flying machines, shock, consoling, it's all here. Oh, and a bad guy doing that thing bad guys do with one hand over one eye with the evil grin, the standard introduction of each Blood Knight. This intro is great and, due to its presence on this countdown, one of my personal favourites. Number 4, Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan. I was originally going to leave this off here and pretend that I hadn't seen the show, but at the time of recording it's the middle of November and I can't claim that anymore, no one's gonna believe me. I didn't want to put this on here also because people were complaining on other intro countdowns that they were seeing this everywhere. And let's face it, this anime is everywhere, the intro is everywhere. The action is awesome, the show is awesome, the music is even better. I loved this show, I loved this intro, I never skipped it once. I can't do justice to just how good this intro is. I mean, just look at this, This is heart-pounding. This is the sort of show I want to watch. This is the sort of intro I want to see. Even my sister said she really hates this show, and even she thinks that when they all jump up in unison, it's awesome. What can you say? I feel bad for putting this intro higher than Higurashi, but while I loved Higurashi as a series more than this intro grips me more. Number 3 is One Winged Bird from Umineko no Naku Koro ni. If someone hasn't picked it up yet, I really do love the ominous chorus. Anything that involves that will likely grab my attention. This intro is really sharp. I mean, just look at the detail of the clouds and the water and the butterflies. I do think, however, it's almost as if anything involves the words "when they cry" in its title, someone has to either do the creepy grin or the evil death glare. Oh, and by the way, in case no one had noticed, this show is also done by the same people who made Higurashi. Isn't it great just how sharp our anime has become recently? Every time I watch this, I remember what anime used to look like. The main selling point of this intro is indeed its song, but it doesn't fail the action criteria of my intros either. I love how it shows you each character's dual avatar as well as what they look like in real life. This intro tells its own story, and I don't really have anything bad to say against it, only that it took forever in the series to actually see these two girls and the red giant. And now for a rundown of the intros so far. Number 20, an intro entirely in Latin. Number 19, Sword Art Online. Number 18, the nicest Inuyasha gets for a while. Number 17, Gotcha. Number 16, Take It, Sailor Uniform. Number 15, Zombies, Necromancers, Vampire Ninjas, and Magical Girls. Number 14, more vampires of the non-sparkly variety. Number 13, Sekirei, Pure Engagement. Number 12, The Scary Willy Wonka Tunnel. Number 11, Mirai Nikki. Number 10, one of the creepiest intros ever. Number 9, My Friends at High School. Number 8, insert Dio quote here. Gallardo! Number 7, Gotta Love That Piano. Number 6, Stone Cold. Number 5, Forever. Number 4, Attack on Titan. Number 3, Ominous Chorus, and one of the creepiest children you will ever see. Number 2, Burst the Gravity. And the number 1 placeholder is Resonance from Soul Eater. I loved Soul Eater. If I ever get around to making more of these countdowns, you will be sick of hearing me say that by the end of them. Soul Eater was my first anime, and as such holds a very special spot for me. So this intro will always be my favorite. I like its music, I like its action, I like its imagery. Yes, that guy turned into a scythe. Yes, the moon is grinning. Yes, that cat girl is naked. And yes, this is my number 1 intro. No joke. Well, this brings us to the end of my first audio countdown. I hoped you liked it. If you didn't and want to see all the intros in full without my voice over top of them, I will upload the intros later. Until then, keep watching this channel. I'm bound to make another video sometime, even if it's not a countdown, though expect those too. I've got like 6 pages of them I want to do. If you want me to hear your opinions about what are the best intros in anime, feel free to leave a video response. I'll be sure to look at that. Till then, adieu.
With righteousness